Hi everyone, it's Professor Hall. So if you're watching this, you are maybe interested in doing the alternative assignment for weeks 8, 9, 10, all of them, maybe just one of them if you want to try the other book first. So I just want to show you in Brightspace where that is. This is our member of the family unit. You can see the dates there, begins 10/17. Right underneath that module is this alternative assignment module. Here, I didn't break things up into sub-weeks. Everything is just right in that same folder for you. So the alternate book that I picked is Helen Keller's autobiography. Because it's an autobiography, it's written a little bit different than a memoir would be. A memoir focuses usually just on a period of time. An autobiography, of course, is someone's whole life, at least up to the point of writing. But there are a couple things. The first is that book was free and it's in the public domain, so it was basically an easy choice. The second thing is that it is very, very optimistic. So if you are worried about reading things that are a little bit darker and you want that cognitive break, you can definitely do this book instead. So for each week we have, just like we have for other weeks, what to watch, what to read, and what to do. There are lectures not from, oops, now I'm in that thing. Sorry, guys. I was just trying to highlight it. But there are lectures not from me, but from other professors. This one is talking about Helen Keller, Modern Woman. Then we have week 2, a short video of Helen Keller actually speaking with her teacher, and then the third video is a little bit more intricate, and that's the origin of language, talking about how Helen Keller, who was born both blind and deaf, was able to first learn some concrete words and then larger concepts, and then of course how she processed language and understood things and then was able to read and things like that. You might also notice in some of the videos there are people who think that Helen Keller was a hoax, because how could somebody who never was blind and deaf, how could they understand a concept like optimism or happiness or something like that? I think that's kind of ridiculous. She was not actually born blind and deaf. She actually had a childhood illness at the age of... Sorry about that. My dog was snoring in the background. So I misspoke before. She was not born blind or deaf. She actually had a childhood illness around the age of 2. So by that point, her brain had already started to kind of process language, and she was starting to say her first words at that very, very young age. So it's detailed a little bit more in her autobiography, but essentially she was at what they would have called at that time a deaf mute, meaning that she didn't really talk and she could not hear, and that also she was blind. The deaf-blind community is quite interesting, because there are some people even now who are born with both afflictions, or who have illnesses or problems genetically where they have both of those disabilities. So her overcoming the disability, finding a way to become educated, working with a teacher who actually understands her because she has a similar disability. All of those things are in this book, and I think that it has a lot of things in common with some of the other things that we've been reading, in terms of, you know, having a woman who's kind of ahead of her time in many ways, given what she accomplished. So if you want to read it, I hope that you enjoy it. And if you have questions or concerns, or you want to know more, just email me. Thanks.